Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with another Baby Got Scraps layout for the month of January 2024. And I am going to use up almost everything in this Echo Park collection called I Love Winter. I have some really beautiful wood grain left, but that is it, and I can use that for anything. So I have this one banner paper I really want to get used, and this border that from where I've cut another paper out, and then this stack of strips and bits. One or two of those is pretty big papers. The rest of them are just strips. I'm gonna try and use as much as I can on this layout. I have a picture of my daughter and my son, and then my daughter and our dog out in the snow back in 2013. I have about 6 or 7 little tags and frames left in here. A lot of them are like card making, more appropriate for card making. So I have the 12 by 12 sticker sheet and still quite a few stickers on it. And then I have this Hello Winter, and the teals and blues really work well with the I Love Winter collection, so I leave that in here. So I have my papers, I have my scraps, lots of scraps. I have my embellishments and stickers, I have my pictures, and no clue what I'm doing. So let's see how this goes. So first things first, I put this little frame around the layout. I had to do it carefully because I knew it could get wonky and get off centered easily, and I got really lucky because it went down pretty smoothly. It's not necessarily my favorite thing to do because putting that thin border down, but had I trimmed the paper and put it on top, I think it would have made it more flimsy, and it probably would have been really hard to attach. So, but I liked the concept of framing this layout. And so I'm going to kind of go with that framing concept. And I have that snowman paper. I did gut a bit of it so that I could mat this picture of my daughter and our dog, because I really want to bring the red forward. There is not a lot of opportunity to use a red snowflake, in my opinion. And maybe it's because I'm so literal, seeing a red snowflake or, this red paper with the white snowflake just seems so strange to me. And so I decided, since there were some embellishments in this collection I really wanted to use in like a little wordy banner, I thought this is the perfect opportunity to use the red snowflakes. So I am going to get those used up. But I have these couple of scraps, and this is another way for me to bring the red onto my layout. I just kind of loosely put them on here to where they're just diagonally going down, and adding just a layer to this the layout. And then I just tear it, and I'm going to ink the edges of those two little red strips, both sides, with some black soot, distress oxide, just so where the white torn bits are, you can see them a little better, because when I first tore them, of course, it's white on white and you can't really see it. So I ink it so it kind of stands out a little bit more. And then I am going to add a few more layers. And I'm kind of like using my little fingers to make quotes, because it's really not a layer. I just tuck little bits and pieces in, to make it look like I have 2 more branding strips or 2 more strips of paper behind that snowman paper. Just to kind of add, like I said, a layer. God, my chair is the noisiest. So these little 4 pieces of paper, I am going to make it stretch and look like I have 2, 12-inch strips that are going to go behind here, just like those red ones are. So just like I said, adding layers and using scraps. And this is one way for me, at least, to use up small bits and pieces of scrap paper. Plus, I wanted to bring the red and that dark blue that I have used on this picture right here of my daughter and the dog. And so those reds and blues that I have, put back behind the snowman paper bring that same pattern or that same color, from the back of the layout to the front of the layout. So, and I am going to add a few more little torn bits and pieces kind of like that right here behind the picture, because the paper I used to mat the bigger picture is that tealy aqua color. So just bringing all the bits and pieces around, and then I am going to start embellishing with the stickers that are on the sticker sheets. I do pull the tags and stuff out, and I look through those, And really, I think I mentioned before, this is my third time trying this voiceover, so I may have mentioned it and deleted it. Who knows? But the tags and stuff that are left, a couple of them would have worked fine, but they were too big. But 3 or 4 of what was left over are very card making sounding little quote things, so I didn't want to put those on here. So I do pull a bunch of things off of the sticker sheet. Here's the one little tag and ephemera bit that I do use. It says Snow Much Fun. I don't want to title my layout that because I feel like I have titled enough snow pictures Snow Much Fun. And so I figure I'll just, there is a red banner on the other sticker sheet that I want to add. And I figure I'll just use that as my title. And I think that's actually what I'm about to put on here now. It says, "Baby, it's cold outside." And it certainly was. I did not stay outside very long, pretty much long enough to be taking a few pictures and then to be pelted with a snowball. And I went inside. That was enough for me. Like me, my son's not a huge fan of the cold. My daughter could stay outside for a long time and did with the dog. But my son got cold. His hands got cold after he threw a few snowballs, and he was pretty much done. So, I felt like the penguin in the scarf was super appropriate. I feel like that's pretty good for any kind of winter layout. I did tuck the little gloves from the I Love Winter or the Winter, Hello Winter or whatever, behind the Snow Much Fun tag. I thought that was really fitting, obviously, because they are wearing mittens. And I just really wanted to use the red snowflakes because I really just don't know when I'll use them. So I get those tucked in on here. And then I put this, the thermometer on here that's, showing that it's obviously cold. I put this little label down at the bottom, and I do write the date and just a very brief, "It was so much snow," or something like that. And that is it. I use almost all the scraps. I'm comfortable throwing away the majority of what is left, except obviously the 12 by 12 wood grain paper that I love and cannot wait to use for something different. So anyway, hopefully I'll be back with another layout or two for Baby Got Scraps before the end of the month. I hope that you will go down in the description box and follow along with all the different people who are hopping along this month, different times, and using up their scraps. I hope it encourages you to do the same. I would love it if you'd give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Comments are always replied to, and I am always appreciative of them. I hope that you all have a great day. I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.